I've always been a storyteller as a kid, but it wasn't necessarily films. It was just writing, comic books and telling jokes in class and all that kind of stuff. And to get a response from someone, to get a laugh from somebody, and then you just move forward, realizing, well, I don't want to entertain just a few people. I want to entertain a lot of people, and something that's more lasting. And so, as a kid, I used to grab a video camera, and when I was dealing with video cameras, they weren't as accessible as they were for this generation. And I would play around with it, and wasn't even really just editing. It was sort of in-camera editing. And eventually, it was, I did stuff at a local TV station, cable station, and you grow. You have to add the social skills of filmmaking to the mix.
The dream didn't really kick in until around high school when I started making my own videos. I always loved movies. The very first movie I remember watching was when I was a kid. I would go over to my grandma's house to get babysat when I was like 5 years old, and my parents would bring along a copy of Jurassic Park on VHS and be like, here, if he gets rowdy, just throw that on. He chills right out. So I just started making a lot of my own videos in high school. Eventually, in the later second half of high school, I got really into it because now you're allowed into tech classes at that point, so you're playing around with the cameras and stuff like that. And so I got really into the tech side of it, and so I played around with the stuff for 2 years at my high school. It was kind of old, crappier stuff, of course, right? Like every high school, you don't really have the most up-to-date technology. And so, of course, I was interested already at that point. And so when my parents were like, what do you want to do after high school? It was, well, I think I want to go to film school. Parent doesn't always want to hear that because it's not really a stable business. Myself, I could not see myself really doing anything else than making films. Yeah, I've done jobs here and there, but the most satisfaction and the most fun I have working is working on like a film.
As a kid, TV was my life. Like, it's pretty much the thing that raised me. Not that I don't think it's a bad thing at all. Like, it's just what I like to do. I always like the story, like just stories in general, just seeing stories play out, and always with a happy ending, and just like how some have twists and stuff. Like when I realized that it wasn't real, like that was really heartbreaking for me. But then it also made me realize like the people who did it, like the people who made it, just they were like magicians in a way. Like even the actors, like it was perfect. Like it was just really magical to me. My school was pretty small. It was like 300 kids, and no one really, like, there wasn't even much interest in making films, so I pretty much took it on myself to make some videos for the school, and then I ended up promoting getting a Mac for the school, and then we got the Mac. But yeah, somehow I ended up here, so.
I think the great thing about being a filmmaker is that every day I'm living the dream. Like, even the struggles, it's about a journey, right? It's not just about a red carpet appearance or getting an Oscar. It's about the struggles, the things that you've had to do to get your film made. That's what makes it worth it when it comes out great and people like watching it. So it's, where do I want to be in 10 years? Still making movies.
Yeah, so I want to be, and the end goal is to become a cinematographer. I've become more attracted to lower budget movies because I've learned, again, through film school as well, was to kind of get away from the mainstream. You're kind of stuck in the mainstream, right? When you first start out, like, figuring out film, because that's all the stuff that's pushed to you. So I would love to produce other people's work, maybe direct a few of my own. But yeah, if I had to pick one, it would be director of photography.
Definitely just to help make good movies. Like, I love seeing a really well done movie, and I just hope to be at a point where I can say I helped make that movie. Like someone saying, like they're talking in a restaurant or something, and they say, oh, I just saw this really awesome movie, and just to say that I was a part of it, it would be just awesome. Like, it'd be a dream come true.